Yo, engineer core, 35 computer specialist over there, minimum safe for flight. Well, I've seen the geometric housing, the issues with your frame, your metal fabbing to make a house with a piece of glass on it to set a CPU, and how much fan rig system you need. What are we gonna actually? I just need this, right? I need this to sit on top of a Intel ARM NVIDIA chip that does the gaming gear limit inside of there before I just take the whole rig and stuff it in a chest freezer, daisy chained together, and just crank it up. Deal with the condensation issues, and well, Bose-Einstein condensate there would like oxidize everything in there with humidity, so you'd need some kind of dehumidifying system in there to the robotics. But that's to say that you're trying to edge out feet per second on there. But generally, why couldn't I have a simple on this rig? There's usually a fan above this, right? Have some kind of water cooled system, right, or liquid gallium or something by this, because there's apparently you still need a big cooling rack, cooling fan for what this is. But what about a tiny water pump? Right, all I need one is the size of like something in the hydroponics department of a single 5 gallon bucket. Probably not even that much to pump through a tiny little tube's worth of wire to keep pulling off the heat on this, and some conductivity superconductive liquid is going to pull that off, and then have an ice bath or something, or some kind of cooling system inside of there to keep it running. And then all I have to have is the cooling unit, because I don't want to the opposite limit of how cold it gets, because one side's going to be super cold and the other side's going to be super hot. That's why. But 0% or 0 degrees Celsius or below isn't necessarily necessary for what we needed to do when I needed to operate on a float, right? I needed to be able to operate that going through there on the coolant system, or even like an ice bath. I can, there's the rig. It's basically a fish tank on top of it too, with a yellow fish, and I put ice cubes in it, and those tubes run through the water like a still, in a very small system where I can control the cold temperature of that small vessel, or kind of figure out the average, that limit, high and low on the square wave. Try to smooth those off. But why don't we have some little hydraulic water pump system inside of here that really models this cooling issue that you'd have? Or again, just daisy chain them and stuff them in the deep freezer.